Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Rikishi has been supporting his sons from the background throughout their rise to fame in WWE. After backing Jey Uso to win the World Championship at WrestleMania, it seems that the Hall of Famer is now backing his youngest son to potentially become his next challenger. The real-life Bloodline member shared an image of Solo Sikoa on his Instagram holding the Money in the Bank contract and captioned it with Sikoa's theme song lyric, "Taking It All." The former tribal chief won the MITB qualifier match this past Friday on SmackDown. Could it finally be time for Solo Sikoa to step up and prove that he has what it takes to make it as a solo star and a potential world champion? Despite being on SmackDown, with John Cena's retirement tour taking all the headlines, it wouldn't be too surprising if Solo Sikoa won the Money in the Bank contract and cashed it in on the World Heavyweight Champion instead. After all, the winner can choose to challenge whoever they want to a match or just cash in when they see the champion at their weakest. Traditionally, the Money in the Bank contract has been most associated with heels since it is seen as a sneaky way to cut corners and become champion, so Solo Sikoa would be the perfect winner. Rikishi's other son, Jimmy Uso, was in the same qualifying match as Solo Sikoa this past Friday, but came up short when his younger brother was able to get the pin. Unless there is a last-chance qualifying match for all of the losers in the build-up, Jimmy Uso won't be part of the match this year. Of course, it would be interesting to see which one of his sons Rikishi backed if they were both part of the Money in the Bank ladder match on June 7th. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi has broken his silence on one of the hottest topics in professional wrestling today: the future of the Bloodline and who could step up as the next dominant force. In a move that has sent shockwaves across the wrestling world, Rikishi has publicly thrown his support behind a highly controversial member of the Anoa'i family to win the 2025 Money in the Bank ladder match, a match that could dramatically reshape the WWE landscape. The former Intercontinental Champion and father of the Usos made his stance clear in a recent interview and follow-up posts on social media, revealing his confidence in Solo Sikoa, the self-proclaimed enforcer of the Bloodline. Despite being a polarizing figure since stepping into the spotlight, Solo has been quietly building a dangerous reputation as a cold, methodical competitor with a growing list of brutal victories. For Rikishi, the time has come for Solo to break out on his own and potentially hold the key to WWE's main event future. "This business is about timing," Rikishi said during a candid appearance on the Wrestling Roundtable. "And right now, the stars are aligning for Solo. He's done the dirty work, he's kept his head down, and now it's time for him to climb, literally, and grab what's his." The Money in the Bank briefcase, long revered as a golden ticket to championship glory, has historically elevated careers and shocked fans with surprise cash-ins. For Solo Sikoa, winning the briefcase would mark a major turning point, not just in his career, but in the internal war that has fractured the Bloodline in recent months. Since Roman Reigns' dramatic loss of the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania XL, the group once seen as WWE's most dominant faction has begun to crumble. Jimmy Uso's betrayal, Jey's departure to Raw, and Solo's rising assertiveness have painted a picture of a family in chaos. But Rikishi's endorsement of Solo as the future standard-bearer suggests a new chapter may be unfolding, one in which Solo Sikoa seizes control not just of the family legacy, but of the WWE itself. Fans have been split on Solo since day one. Some admire his stoic demeanor, ruthless fighting style, and no-nonsense approach in the ring. Others question whether he's ready for a top spot, or if he's merely a pawn in a larger game orchestrated by He-Man or others lurking behind the scenes. Rikishi's words, however, offer a decisive vote of confidence. "People forget this is in our blood," Rikishi said. "Solo didn't just show up. He was raised in this. Every step he's taken has been preparing him for this kind of moment. Winning Money in the Bank isn't just about climbing a ladder. It's about owning the moment, and I believe Solo's ready. What makes this endorsement more powerful is the family context. Rikishi rarely comments on the internal dynamics of the Bloodline storyline, often opting to support his sons and relatives from a respectful distance. But by publicly backing Solo, he has thrown a major wrench into fan theories, suggesting G or Jimmy might eventually re-emerge as the faction's true heir. WWE itself has seemingly taken note. In recent weeks, Solo has been positioned prominently on SmackDown, picking up decisive wins and displaying a more aggressive edge. Rumors of him cutting ties completely with the remaining Bloodline members, or even asserting himself as a new tribal chief, have intensified. If he does capture the briefcase, the possibilities for his next move are staggering. Could Solo cash in on Cody Rhodes, who currently holds the undisputed title and continues to run high off his WrestleMania redemption story? Could he shock the world by using the briefcase as leverage to reshape the Bloodline into his own image? Or could we be witnessing the beginning of a brutal power grab that sees Solo take no prisoners, not even his own family? Wrestling insiders are buzzing. Longtime analyst Sam Roberts noted, if Solo wins, it will be the most unpredictable Money in the Bank trajectory we've seen in years. Unlike most superstars, Solo doesn't telegraph his intentions. He moves in silence. That makes him extremely dangerous. Even within the WWE locker room, reactions are mixed. Some stars reportedly view Solo as green and not yet ready for the top of the card. Others respect the silent menace he brings each time he steps into the ring. Either way, the conversation around Money in the Bank has now shifted dramatically. With Rikishi's endorsement, Solo Sikoa is no longer just an outside contender. He's the one to watch. For Solo, the road to the briefcase won't be easy. Money in the Bank ladder matches are among the most physically grueling bouts in WWE history. High-risk offense, chaotic storytelling, and sheer unpredictability define the contest. Yet if anyone seems built for this kind of war, it might be the man who has spent the last year battering his way through opponents with calm efficiency. This moment could also serve as a long-awaited breakout opportunity. While Roman Reigns built a legendary run as the head of the table, and the Usos cemented themselves as all-time great tag champions, Solo has quietly played the role of muscle, rarely speaking, never showboating. Money in the Bank could be the stage where he not only makes his presence impossible to ignore, but redefines who holds power in WWE. For Rikishi, it's about more than storyline twists. It's about legacy. The Anoa'i family isn't just about the past, he said. It's about evolving. Solo winning Money in the Bank would be evolution. It's what's next. With WWE's creative landscape shifting and new stars rising across brands, the idea of Solo Sikoa as a future champion no longer feels like a long shot. It feels like an inevitability. The only question is when, and how violently, that reality will arrive. Money in the Bank is scheduled for July, and the anticipation is already sky-high. As more competitors are announced and rivalries deepen, all eyes will be on Solo to see whether he can rise above the chaos, and whether Rikishi's faith will be rewarded with a game-changing win that signals the dawn of a new Bloodline era. One thing is certain, the landscape of WWE is never the same after Money in the Bank. And if Solo Sikoa does climb the ladder to destiny, it won't just be a win, it will be a warning. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.